Good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to episode 38 of BDAchat. Joining me this week, as ever, on the podcast, we've got the lovely Camilla. We've got... It's been a while. I've forgotten your name.
You can call me Rob today.
Rob is Rob. We've got Rob, and as ever, we've got the lovely David Knowles.
Hello.
Bloody rude.
How is everybody?
Good, thank you.
Yes.
Annoyed now?
Lovely Thursday.
On the back foot now.
On the back foot. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. Loosen up.
Loosen up.
Okay.
So apologies for a lack of podcast last week. Everyone's been really busy. And did you see the reflexes there? The reflexes of David Knowles to catch a microphone stand and quickly...
that was quick.
It was quick. Not David Knowles, David Seaman.
That's going to go again. So the best bet is to just tighten up from the bottom.
He was a footballer.
And there we go. Just screw it in.
This is fucking hilarious, but do we just start again?
No, all right, just carry on.
Let's just carry on. You've said the F-bomb now.
It's all right, you can beep it out.
There we go. Welcome back, David.
Hi, thanks.
So, anyway, moving on. You can tell it's live. Apologies for no podcast last week. As I said, everyone has been pretty busy. I know it's really infuriating when you get into a podcast as great as this one, and there isn't one on that particular week. I feel it when there's no NFL show, and if you don't watch the NFL show on BBC after the match of the day, you should. Anyway, this week we're going to talk about Fintech. I should have some amusing pun about Fintech, but I ain't going to go there because I think...
Be a hard pun.
Yeah, I was thinking,
Tough
it was like Jaws or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jaws or Sharp. Yeah. But anyway, I can't think of any. So let's just dive straight into what Fintech is. So, as ever, there's always someone champing at the bit, or chomping.
I got it.
Champing.
Already see. I got it.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
So Camilla's going to run us through with the latest in the Fintech. Over to you.
Using technology to improve finance.
Oh, technology
Ding.
and finance. I see.
I always thought it was something to do with fish. Obviously not. No. Okay. So Fintech, the opportunity. What was it again? You went straight over. Using finance
technology
to improve finance.
Yeah.
So has Fintech improved your finance?
It has, yeah. But I think so. I've still got traditional.
Have you got more money now than you did have?
Definitely not.
Oh.
I looked at it more from a banking perspective. So I like online banking, but I still have my traditional bank too because I'm just too scared to make the jump.
The full jump.
A traditional like NatWest, there are others, to an app solely because of a trust thing. But I do have the other apps.
Do you think that trust will come though?
I hope so, because I know that they seem better than the old banks and I can do more with it and it saves my time.
So go on, tell us why.
Yeah.
Go on,
Okay.
tell us a little bit about your experience.
Give us the download.
So I started off with Monzo, and it was quite a while ago now. And Monzo is like an app-only bank account. But the reason I liked it is it had no commission when you go abroad, so you didn't pay a commission rate. I think you can take out £300 in cash, get charged nothing, and then you can just do in-store purchases for free, etc. So I thought that was really cool. Plus, this is really fickle. It's a really cool, bright neon orange card, and I thought it was quite cool, and I wanted to use the app.
And show off your bright and orange card.
Show off my card, yeah, because everyone was getting it. And I think Dave and I were talking about this earlier, that when they first launched Monzo, they had this whole waiting scheme. So you'd be in a queue, so you'd be like, congratulations, you're 3,200 in the queue, and you have to wait until you get to number one to get your card sent to you. So there was this real anticipation.
So you almost had this personalised countdown.
Yeah,
and
but you wanted it more.
Building anticipation of this feels quite exclusive.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely. And then the card arrived, and then you're tweeting it and you're Instagramming it and being quite geeky with it. But then I fell out of love with Monzo a little bit, and now I'm in love with Starling, which is a whole new.
Why? I use Monzo. I'm a big fan. But why did you?
I think it's because they haven't got a current account, or they didn't at the time.
Yeah, they do.
They didn't at the time.
They do.
Okay.
And I was looking for that kind of something a bit bulky that I could trust more, because at the time it was more of a savings, or you just top it up.
It was a top-up thing.
It was a top-up through your Apple Pay or whatever, which was really, really great. But I just didn't feel I could trust it enough to have my salary in it.
Yeah, because they've got rid of that. They haven't yet, but they are stopping things like the instant transfer of money via Apple Pay and things to it, because it's costing them too much money to do.
Really?
Yeah. So if you want to transfer money to your Monzo card, you have to do it via standing order or that sort of thing.
You're going, how ironic, you're going back to kind of like traditional methods.
Okay.
You know, but I
So what do you use your Monzo card for?
well, I use it as my...
Have you got it as a current account then? Or?
I don't yet, but I think I probably will. I use it as a way just to manage my monthly spending for all my shopping and you know, going to the supermarket and all of that type of stuff.
Like
so
living day-to-day
all the living
stuff.
day-to-day thing, because you can keep a real track of exactly what you spent your money on.
Are you still buying that nice kind of Icelandic iceberg water? Yeah, from Hard & Bargain.
To be fair, I'm quite surprised David even goes to the supermarket, if I'm honest with you. I was like,
Well,
David
you
goes
say
to the
that.
supermarket.
I have very recently
He
become a
gets
big
Waitrose
fan of
deliver.
online Tesco delivery.
There
'Cause
are
again,
other supermarkets
there are other-
available.
Just because I think the point here is I use that and I use the Monzo card because it enables to control money. Whereas if you go up to the supermarket, it's so easy to say, well, I just want to get some bananas.
Yeah.
But you end up coming out with some bananas, some milk, some breads, and
Like,
everything
yeah,
else.
yeah. So-
and you end up spending 3 or 4 times more.
So let's get to the
It's all
fintech
about
behind
control.
that.
Yeah, go on.
Do you get a dashboard? What, you know,
Yes.
why
You get a dashboard with all
why is
of
this no
them.
different from a statement?
You get a dashboard with
Because it's
all
be
of
on your
them.
phone,
And
I guess.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, you get your dashboard.
Do you have any
which,
breakdowns?
breakdown by where you spent it, what you spent it,
Have
the
a
type
lovely
of thing you spent on.
pie chart.
Okay.
You can look at, so for over a period of time, what you spent in particular
See,
shops.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, whereas a traditional bank account, even if they've got a mobile app, there's a delay of maybe days between the point you spend the money and it appears
Especially
on the app.
weekends.
Weekends
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Weekends it doesn't
Monzo
do it.
It's instant. There's a notification
They do push
the
notifications.
moment the payment goes through.
Oh, I
So
don't know.
you know exactly how much you've got in your account.
I don't know if I'd like that.
I'll be getting alerts going. You spent too much on takeaways this
Yeah.
month. Ding, 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 ding.
I'm
Set
kind
goals and stuff.
I'm
You
kind
can
of one of
set
those
your
ones that
limits.
live in the dark.
Yeah.
I spent money. If I don't look, it doesn't
Last day of
happen.
the month.
Yeah. yeah.
That far in the red.
Saying that though, you know that old card reader that you get with the big banks? You
Yeah.
have to put your card
Yeah.
in, click the respond button, enter the pin,
Yeah, it's
enter
cumbersome.
And
It's-
sometimes when you don't have that card reader, you're a little bit screwed.
Transfer of money. It's this
It's
instant.
so
It's
old.
the instantaneous nature of the market of everybody now. You know, you don't want to
Well,
wait 28 days to receive something in the post. You want
Yeah.
it tomorrow.
Yeah.
The same thing with banking. You want it immediately. It's my money. I want to know where I've spent it, when I've spent it, and that actually what's left in my current account or in my account that's available for me to spend next.
No, it's
Not wait
completely.
3 days to
No.
be told
there's a
that.
nice thing on Starling, and I know that I think Monzo have this as well. But with
Yeah.
Starling, if I want to add Lee, if I owe Lee £5, I can literally either be right next to his phone so that I can transfer it straight away.
Oh, that's quite.
Or
Yeah.
I literally all I need is his account number and his sort code. I don't need this faffy card reader. I put it in and then I put my password in of my account, and that's it. He's got the £5 with a little note and it's that simple. And I just don't want to mess around. I don't want to have to.
I suppose you
and
don't get any.
charge.
But what's the difference between like using PayPal or anything? I mean, is that,
There's no
obviously
difference
PayPal you don't
there,
get a
really.
current
It's
account
just
with
all within
PayPal.
one
No.
kind of.
Well, PayPal's is really just online purchases, isn't it? And it's a simplification
Well,
of
it's
that
hooked up to your
purchasing
bank
process.
PayPal
But
Me
it
is
yeah.
people, so you can send someone a PayPal Me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll be
Yeah.
PayPal/Camilla S, and then you can pay into my PayPal account through that.
Going back to that sort of ease of use thing you're saying, you know, right now, you know, people want things quickly, they want it instant. And the other big development around that is you spoke about cumbersome card readers, and now it's, you know, quick passwords on an app, whatever, or constantly logged in, but also biometrics. This is big in fintech. This is, you know, you log in with your voice, the sound of your voice, it recognizes it, so you don't need to type anything. It might be that, it might be facial recognition, all that, you know, facial recognition. And again, it's just feeding into that quick and easy access to my information, to my money.
But it still feels quite
We're
secure.
already seeing
Yeah,
that, aren't they? With
but
the
it's
iPhone,
very
with
secure.
the thumbprint and things. You know, I think probably at the time the thumbprint thing came out on the iPhone, you're like, what? Why do I really need this? But I think we're really starting to see how easy that's made transactions, isn't it? Certainly things like Apple Pay.
Completely.
It's so quick.
Yeah, completely. And in this age of cybersecurity, and this is some of the, I think some of the barriers to people completely moving over at the moment to a completely digital bank account is that trust. But biometrics is one of the most secure ways you can log into anything.
Yeah.
Your fingerprint is unique, your retinas are, or your eyes, your iris is unique, your voice, all those things.
Well, I think if you trust something to put your salary into, that's a big kind of
Well, yeah.
trust
Yeah.
because it's a centre. The bank is the centre of your financial universe, really, isn't it? You put everything. Imagine if that Monzo card went down and you had no money. You couldn't have any money for a weekend. That's terrible.
Well, we've seen it happen with the big banks, haven't we? TSB had that horrendous issue not that long ago. So it happens to the big, really well-established players as well.
Yeah.
But going back to Monzo, and I think there's obviously other places companies we can talk about. One of the things I think is quite cool that they're doing is they're beginning to use if this then that phrases or triggers to enable you to do things with your money. So, for example, you could set one up that says, whenever I spend any money, if I don't spend a whole pound on something, i.e. £10, £9, £100, if it is, I don't know, £99 and 58p, the 42p that would round it up to £100, put that in another pot, in a savings pot for me.
Oh, and let it build up.
And let that build up.
Yeah,
Or indeed,
Rogue saving. I like it.
or indeed, it can listen to things outside of your account itself or your spending. So, for example, if you're a football fan, let's say Tottenham, for argument's sake.
Oh, that's
There we
If
go. Always
Tottenham
talks about Tottenham.
score a goal, what could happen is
I'll
for every goal
get a pound into my savings account.
into your going out Tottenham celebration end of season thing. If you want,
That will last for one round.
Be an empty pot in a minute. I'm in a bit of trouble.
But that
Football
I
humour.
think is quite neat, and I think they're looking to work with Alexa to be able to tell you
that's
your balance and all sorts of things like that. It will only let you move money around inside your Monzo accounts. It won't let you move it to other accounts, as you probably can understand, because that could be a bit risky. But I think there's some really I think for a really traditional industry, much like insurance was that we spoke about a week or two ago, I think the banking industry has been due a real shake-up, and I think companies like Monzo and Starling and Atom Bank
And Revolt and
Revolt,
Clio.
yeah.
Like that.
But what's to stop the traditional banks doing the same thing?
I think it's
They're almost like those big dinosaurs
It's
that
the
are too
dinosaurs.
slow
It's the
to change.
systems, the processes,
They're
the
not as
traditional way they've
agile.
done things. Yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't
Although
been
it's-
built
But
from
to
the
make
ground
that
up
change
again.
at somewhere like NatWest will cost them a fortune.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a startup, you could make those changes up front quickly.
Well, yeah, you
I
can
guess
say
and
that.
you're done. You're more
Yeah.
agile.
The holdback would be, for me, if I were to swap over to Monzo, obviously I've got to swap all of my standing orders, all of the direct debits.
Ah.
Would you not?
But Starling account will swap it all for you.
All right, just
So you
like that.
click a button and it goes through all the process of voice recognition, face recognition.
We have to do
And
like
you
every
lit-
time you want to go, yeah, move it.
No,
yeah,
all
move
of
it.
your standing
move
orders and all your direct debits, it does it for you.
What, every single one?
Every single
Yeah.
one.
You see, for me,
That's
You make
scary,
it.
that
See,
makes
they
me
know
scared.
that's
Yeah,
a
but
big
then-
user barrier, moving everything,
Yeah,
and
they
that's
do
what they're
it
trying to
for you.
address.
you bet your
it's clever.
overdraft, because my overdraft
You
I'm
can
in and
have
out.
an overdraft with it, I think.
Can you? Oh.
This
There's
overdraft.
a whole FAQ
If you did get it
on
as a running theme here. But, well, to be fair, when was it the other
They do have overdraft.
At the moment, since the smartphone, I used to have a wallet, that's gone, and now I just run around with a phone and a card.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I-
But the
Yeah.
annoying thing is that card, sometimes it gets attached to the phone, like in a little thing, but now I don't have, anyway. I get fed up of running around with a phone and a card.
You
I'd
just
mu-
want one.
Well,
I'd much
one.
rather just want one. I don't want the card, if I'm honest. I just want to be able to go, yeah, pay for it. Yeah, pay for it. But I've not signed up for Apple Pay yet, because I
You
don't.
need Apple Pay.
Well,
You know,
I
no,
don't have
well,
a
it's
card.
not.
I
It's
go
not
out
because
with my phone.
it's not because I don't want. It's just because I guess I just don't trust it. To be fair.
Do you know what was funny in the
Yeah,
beginning?
you
So
love
I
it.
remember going out
brilliant.
using it and being in stores and being like this, and it was a bit clunky to begin with. It didn't
Did
always.
you feel a bit awkward as
Yeah,
well?
it was awkward. Like, oh,
Like
I'm going
a
to pay
right
on my
geek.
phone, and people look at you like, oh, he's paying on his phone. But
Now it's
literally,
normal.
but now it's become normal. Like in Waitrose, they used to look at me funny in there when I was in, but now it's just like, oh,
Someone
Can
okay.
you use it anywhere then? Because originally
There
it was,
are other supermarkets, of course.
Can you use it anywhere, or is it is
Most
Apple Pay?
places now.
So in the
Where you see the
beginning,
little
Yeah,
you couldn't. There was only a few
same
places that
technology as
adopted it,
chip and pin, so
but now it's becoming
Yeah, but
so
then I want to go
widely
to 'cause
adopted.
Generally, for me, it's always getting petrol, and this is like.
you can do it at petrol stations.
Oh no, I can't do it. Okay. So there you go. Maybe I need to sign.
Yeah. On Monzo, just really quickly.
It's not now.
I've got a printout. I've gone back to the old school.
Yeah.
We'll probably bring up a picture, but you talked about that excitement and it being like an event
Like a present.
of receiving your card in the post. Now, if we compare that to traditional finance and banking, where you get a plain text letter and your card, this is an event. Look at it. Look at the design, the colouring, and it's out there. It's disruptive. It feels different.
Do you know what? Do you know when you were a kid and you opened up your first bank account and it came with either like a piggy bank, which looked like a
Paddington Bear account at
or a
Cheltenham and
little-
Gloucester.
It was a massive event when you got your first bank account. It was huge and you were really excited. They're almost doing it for grown-ups.
Yeah.
That you're still excited when you open a bank account. And my Starling card arrived in a beautiful sleeve. It looked lovely. And you're like, oh, cool. You can't wait to use it.
Is it like that one?
That is, that's the Starling card. Rob's got a printout of it.
So I've done printouts today,
So
but I'm sure we'll flash this up on
design,
screen.
So it's portraits and a landscape.
So there
Little
you go.
gimmicky thing.
And again,
And that's,
I like the big bold colours. I know that's very blue, but again, it's just they've gone for very away from traditional banking colours.
God, someone's doing well.
It's not your account, Lee, is it?
No.
I got some stuff on Starling actually. When I looked at complaints, Starling have had fewer than 30 since April.
Wow.
Monzo have had fewer than 30 since April. And actually, Atom Bank as well. So they're not actually getting many complaints.
Yeah, but then how many customers have they got compared to say like?
Well,
Monzo's
Monzo's
got
got 900,000.
Oh, is it 900,000 now, yeah.
Starling's got 210,000, so less. And Atom has similar, 210. So Monzo, who's been around actually less time than the other two, are doing really well.
Yeah, they're very open with their development as well. What the features are that are coming up next.
One thing that I found that was really cool was Atom Bank have a customer panel, which I didn't realise. So the customer panel is a platform where you tell them what matters to you. So it's very kind of community led. So through the smartphone, tablet or a phone call, you can tell them what you want to see on your bank account.
But do you know what?
So it's just quite nice. It's more of a community feel to
In
it.
in Monzo's initial correspondence, I think down at the bottom where that question mark is, and again we'll try and flash up on the screen on the video. It's saying there, talk to us. What else would you like to see?
Yeah.
You know, send us your thoughts on what else we could be doing. And again, I do like that openness. You know, you wouldn't get probably your traditional banking being so open, like just tell us what you think, give us your feedback, we'll try and implement new features. And again, this is why I think it's this alternative option that people are turning to.
It's the next generation, I guess, isn't it?
The millennials,
Me,
they
mine-
want it on their mobile. They don't want to go into branches.
My mum
they want
would
it on
never
their
do it.
mobile.
Convenient.
Do any of us really want to go into a branch?
I don't want to.
Well, you can't now
Can't
because
remember the last time.
They're closing them
shut
down.
and there
Well,
aren't
that's the
many
thing,
of
and they
them.
will continue to close.
But
Did you know
I
it-
want to do chat. That's
Sorry.
how I want to talk to my.
Yeah.
As I'm logged into my account, I want to do a chat with someone about my bank account
Yeah.
on my phone.
Yeah, but see, then I don't trust the chat now because there's too
You
many
get
chat
really
bots.
paranoid.
I do not. I don't. If I'm think I'm. If I'm over, are you a chatbot? You might be a chatbot. You might even not be a chatbot.
Do you test them?
I
bet
do.
you test
Yeah,
them.
I test them like random, like And as soon as I think it's a chatbot, nah, it's not down. I'm talking. To you.
Really? Even if it
Yeah,
can help
no,
you get to what you
no.
need quicker?
I don't want to talk to a chatbot. I just don't want to talk to a chatbot. I want to talk to a
Despite
real.
it being able to help you.
Yeah, no, I'd rather. Yeah, just give me a real person. Give me a real person. How can that be?
Do you
I
let
don't want to
do you
talk
let, do you let Spotify? There are other music streaming services. Do you let Spotify give you intelligent playlists that it picks for you based on what you like?
He's like, no, I don't.
I just want to gauge your level of anti-artificial intelligence here.
I don't mind. I don't dislike them because every now and again I'll be driving in the car and say, yeah, you know what? This isn't on my playlist, but I can't like it. And then I get another one. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't mind that, but it's when I always think the beauty of being able to talk to someone is you talk to someone, not talk to a chatbot.
But what if that person you're talking to hasn't got the knowledge of a chatbot? Like it can't
But that's-
cross-reference
yeah, but that's-
anti-fraud
but that's-
algorithms and things like that.
Oh,
Doesn't it give you? Doesn't it give you more?
That's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the anti-fraud.
I like
because
this.
They use AI and machine learning, don't they,
Yeah.
to recognise fraudulent transactions.
Completely. So
yeah, but I still want to talk to somebody. I just like talking to people.
I know you
It's
do.
It's the act
likes
of.
to
I quite like that
I
about
like a
you. You love a
chit-chat.
chit chat, a human chit chat.
No, I'd rather speak to someone over a phone than I would an email.
Let's see. Well, again, it plays
Yeah,
into
he
that.
loves
I get the way you.
that.
okay,
It's all about user interaction. About if you want to, what's the point of putting a speech bubble there? Yeah, talk to us. Yeah, don't talk to us. You just talk to our chatbot. That's what they're saying.
It's a good
I
argument.
see everyone's
It
argument.
is a good argument.
It is a good argument, but it depends how adverse you are to that.
No,
I want to get my answers quickly.
I'm all for
I've
making
lost-
my life easier. but not easier by the sense of we'll just talk to. I want anyway.
So
But
you know, just
Quite
banks.
geeky, though.
Let's go back to banks just really quickly on that.
Yeah, go
You
on.
wait in a queue for 20 minutes. You know, oh, you're on hold. There's a queue.
God,
We're
you're
we're
so
receiving a
hacked
high
off.
volume of calls today. You're not getting that service. So I think that's where that's why I get frustrated. Whether it's the energy companies or whatever, you're there going, oh my god, I've just got a quick question. Oh, I've lost my card. The card buttons are quite good actually, but I've got a question, and that's why I get frustrated. And if chatbots can help me get the answer quicker or do something, then I'm good for that. If they're giving you a bum steer, then of course I'm not. You know, but
because I suppose if banking goes this way now, I mean, think about my parents would never even consider anything.
No.
like this.
No, mine wouldn't. It would freak them out so much.
It would freak them out. I mean, I think they enjoy telling me every time someone gets hacked. If it's, they don't talk to me much, but when they do talk to me, did you know that so-and-so's been hacked? It's like this delight. It's like the internet. I told you the internet was evil, full of devils.
I ring up my parents and I go, hello, madam, this is your bank calling. You know, like the
What
phone
accent?
jacker
What
thing.
accent?
It was the phone jacker.
Okay.
And it freaks them out. Then I go, it's not really. Doesn't really happen that much.
They must hate you.
They think everything. Yeah, they think everything. But again, and like if this was to, I mean, I know you can get Nest and all those other things. Like,
Do you like that stuff?
no, I haven't got Nest.
Oh.
I'd like
Do
to
you
get
have
it.
that? Do you
No,
have
I
that
would like
for,
it. I'm like Lee, I would like it.
My friend's got it. But
Do they use it for obviously their energy company must use it?
yeah,
Sure,
I
yeah.
think they haven't raved about it massively, but it's one of those things that it just looks different when you walk into the house. You've got this little blue dial thing, I think that's what it's called. And I just think, oh yeah, that's cool. It just looks modern. Whether or not it enhances I guess it does because you can turn up the heat and you know, don't
Gadgets,
get me,
isn't it?
it's gadgets. I like the fact that you know all that sort of user interaction. I like the fact that it'd be easier to just turn your heat up, or more importantly, I like the fact that Alexa, you can now just say or play. You can choose a playlist and stuff
So
like
you
that.
have Alexa in your house?
No, I don't. I don't like Alexa.
Machines.
I was like, because that's really.
I like the point of Alexa in that I can just say
But
play a
she'd freak
playlist.
you out, wouldn't she? You'd be like, she's listening to me all the time.
No, I don't think. I don't know. To be fair, the only reason I don't have
think
some of
you
this
embrace
stuff
it.
is because I don't. It's because I don't want to pay the money for it.
Lee was scared to death by the film Terminator, and
What?
that's why he
No.
doesn't like machines. He is very anti-machines, and it scarred him.
Do you know what? I was having a I'll have to bring this up. I'll have to research this. I won't bring it up now. But Ben was talking about something about anyway, something to do with the Matrix. But I'll bring it up in another podcast. It's my random brain. But yeah, I'll look into this. I think I'll start with Apple Pay first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely start with Apple
Small
Pay. I think
steps.
you'll love it.
Small steps.
You know,
Yeah,
one thing
you'll
we
love it.
haven't covered today, and I don't think because any of us are particularly experts in it, but obviously investment banking and investment fintech.
Cryptocurrency.
You know, it's huge. You know, you go in there, they profile you by answering questions, and algorithms generate, well, how risk adverse are you, and where should we put your money, and etc. And again, I haven't got the money to be investing it anywhere, so I haven't had too many dealings. But again, that's an area we haven't touched on in this. But
Has anyone bought a Bitcoin?
No.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I know. Have you?
I say no, it wasn't me. My wife
If it
bought
crashes, if it's already crashed, there's only one way for it.
two. My wife bought two. She sold.
She
one.
brought 2 bitcoins.
She phoned
Wow.
me years ago. She said,
High risk.
I've bought 2 bitcoins. I was like, what?
Two.
You know me. What? Anyway,
You did what?
yeah, and she sold one, and she made a good bit of money on that
How
one.
much did she make on it?
She made about 400 quid on the first Bitcoin,
There you go.
What?
and then she
Has she
kept.
still got the second one?
Nah, because she wanted to go on holiday. She sold
She
that.
sold it too?
Sold that one as well.
For 400 quid?
No, she made a bit more on that one.
Oh my god.
Wow, you secret investors, you.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little dad.
The Williams household,
Full of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin traders,
I've
multiple
yeah,
monitors.
just
Buy,
yeah.
buy.
No.
Sell.
I've just got like rows and rows of PCs just mining.
That's it. Algorithms.
Yeah, my electric bills.
Now's-
That's why I wanted Nest. Well, no, anyway.
Nice link.
Anyway, I should check out Apple Pay. And so you use Monzo? You happy with
I use
Monzo?
Monzo. The one other one that I think is worth mentioning is one called Pleo. It's a corporate one. So what this is, it's actually it works in a similar way to Monzo, but it's for companies, and so you could give your whole workforce or departments one of these cards. Each of these cards can be given its own defined limit. And that limit can be suspended, it can be started whenever you like, whatever. When the card is used, similar in the way that Monzo will give you a notification to say the car's being
Okay.
used here. It will give you the notification, but it will also say, take a picture of the receipt.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
So it goes into your expenses.
So it goes in expenses, and it will
Nice.
suggest a category of expense. So if it's entertaining, it goes in entertaining. If it's, I don't know, fuel, for argument's sake, it will go in that one as well. What that then means for the accounts departments in companies, you imagine for a big company where they've got
Great, we've got
hundreds
Yeah.
of people using these things, and they've got to control the spending, the expenses. First, we can control the expenses, and secondly, when money is spent, it immediately is creating those reports for you. You can see where the money's being spent and the receipts are being
Yes,
collected.
that's fantastic.
So from an auditing point of view, it's brilliant.
Do you use that?
It's something we
Looking
have
into,
looked at. And
yeah.
are looking
If you want a test bed, I will happily take a card off your hands, and
you
I will
will.
put some
At the very
transactions
last
through
limit.
that card.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure you
entertaining.
Junk food.
I just think it's another nice
Yes.
example of
Brilliant
how
example.
technology, where you're used to just corporate cards
Yeah.
How does it take a photograph of the receipt though?
Well,
You have to
just-
take it.
with your phone.
Oh, does it? No, you have
Yeah,
to
it
take the
links to the
photo.
camera.
You have to take a photo of the actual receipt itself, but it's prompting you to do it. So if you've got it there,
You made,
done.
you've made, yeah.
So who are they called? Who are this again?
Pleo.
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 Yeah. No, that's
I hadn't heard of that.
exciting.
That's cool.
I like that.
Yeah. So there you
Excellent.
go, another one just thrown.
Look
in
it
the
up.
mixer. All right.
Awesome. Pleo. Got a brilliant key light there. I thought I'd just say that. The lighting's all over there, and David just looks
He's glowing.
really
isn't
good.
he?
Look, he's got a nice
He's
little key light.
glowing.
Anyway,
Anyway, on that note.
The
on that note,
Messiah.
it's probably
I think
time
we
for us
should-
to wrap up.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
so.
I think so.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us to talk about fintech and banking this week. Until next week. That's done. Please get in touch with on our social media channels at ThinkBDA on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Nice.
Until next week, until episode 39, I'm off to watch some NFL.
Get
and,
over it, Lee.
We'll all see you again. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Ed, what is your obsession with NFL? You've got this.
Really
You're hungry
really
for
am
it.
obsessed with NFL.
It's the National Farmers League.
Yes.